Welcome to the Making of a Pilot. In this series, we're following Jonathan as he pursues his private pilot certificate. You're witnessing his journey from start to finish as we work together to help him achieve his dream.
There we go, just like that.
My name's Lewis, Jonathan's instructor and your guide throughout this series. Whether you're in flight training or you're a pilot in need of a refresher, this series of videos is for you. So don't forget to like it, share it and subscribe so you never miss an episode of the Making of a Pilot. LewDix Aviation videos are edited to be as entertaining as possible. This may remove context. Many procedures, situations, explanations and flight phases have been edited out. Do not use for instructional purposes. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Welcome to episode 7 of the Making of a Pilot. Last episode was all about Jonathan's first solo flight, and what a great day it was. If you've not seen that video, the link's in the description for you. Now that Jonathan's got to grips with normal takeoffs and landings, it's time to learn how to do short and soft field ones, and we're starting with the short field. Jonathan requested that I show him a short field takeoff and landing before he takes control, and I jumped at the opportunity to do so. It's important that I give him a good example of this and teach him the right thing the first time of asking. I am making that takeoff and landing exclusively available to my patrons on Patreon at the Welcome to the Sky tier. So if you're interested in gaining access to perks like exclusive videos, like that one, and early access to my videos and more, visit patreon.com/LewDix Aviation to support the channel. The link is in the description. Now though, let's cut to Jonathan's first ever short field takeoff.
Alright, on the brakes, full power. And we're good. Okay, heels to the floor. On center line. Here she comes. We're up.
Welcome to the sky.
Welcome to the sky.
Perfect.
You can't see it past Jonathan's headset, but the airspeed he's looking for is VX, which in this aircraft is 59 knots. We want to maintain VX until we're clear of the theoretical obstacle at the end of the runway.
Just want to make sure we're getting that 59. There you go.
There we go.
Sweet.
We're above.
When we've cleared that theoretical obstacle, we can raise the flaps and accelerate to VY.
And we are way off the runway. Holy cow. Holy cow.
There you go. It's different, isn't it? But it's not too complicated.
No, it's not.
Just on that, you just want to lower the nose just a little bit more,
Right.
just to gain that little bit of speed back. And then like you're doing, you've accelerated to VY now after, we climbed above the theoretical obstacle.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
And that's the short field takeoff. Now, it's time for the short field landing. And for this, we need to look at the FAA PPL ACS. For the short field approach and landing in the skills section, skipping down a little bit, it says select and aim for a suitable touchdown point considering the wind, landing surface and obstructions. Establish the recommended approach and landing configuration and airspeed, and adjust pitch, attitude and power as required to maintain a stabilized approach. Maintain manufacturer's published approach speed, or in its absence not more than 1.3 times VSO, plus 10 knots or -5 with gust factor applied. The POH for this aircraft recommends an airspeed of 60 knots for a short field approach, so that's what we use today. Touchdown at a proper pitch attitude within 200 feet beyond or on the specified point. That is very, very important for this approach. What we're going to use is the 1,000-foot markers for our touchdown point today. To make that point, airspeed is king. It's always king during landings, but it especially goes for short field landings. Jonathan's aiming point needs to be before the 1,000-foot markers so he can go power off and flare at that point in order to make it slap bang exactly where he wants it. Sounds easy, doesn't it? Nah, not at first. Let's see how he does today.
Clear touch and go runway 7, minus 73 flag off.
756 Papa Alpha, Orlando, Executive Tower. Roger, stand by, got traffic on final.
Nice, looking good, nice stable approach, love it. Very, very nice. It's almost like you've soloed.
Maybe.
No, Atlantic side down. Roger, not Roger, yeah, Bravo in the parking, have a great day. Bravo in the parking, have a good day, thank you.
Alright, so we're established on air.
And monitor your ground or stay with you? You stay with me.
Looking at around the 500 footers.
Cool.
Airspeed's a little high, but I'm going to drop my flaps here in just a second.
Roger, I like it.
Alright, made it over there. Got flaps down to 30.
Tower Chase 3's lifting the SEPA. Chase 3 lifting the SEPA, approved. Chase 3.
Alright.
Tiger 1, class 162, Papa Bravo will be ready in sequence runway 7. Roger.
A little short.
Splash down in the water.
Yeah. It was too low.
988, Echo, Flight 91 departure, runway 7, full length.
So, it was looking nice, the approach was nice, it was just, you went away from you.
IFR departure behind you on a northeast heading, crosswind enabled.
We'll start that crosswind turn, 74 Michael. Turn crosswind. Yeah, it's just a case of being power off and flaring over that aiming point, so keeping the nose on that aiming point and don't flare or don't go power off until you're at that point.
Okay,
just keeping that aiming point, that's all it is.
Got it.
I like it, keeping that nose on the aiming point, I love it.
One more.
I found this quite funny and edited. This is me analysing everything that Jonathan just did on that approach and landing to work out a way to help him make the touchdown point. Just interesting to see me think.
I didn't flare enough.
Correct.
I dropped the power, but I just let the plane come down. I didn't.
Exactly, there was no flare, it was, this thing still had energy. So if you would have flared, it would have fit to your point.
Right. Alright. I got it this time.
Yes, sir. Pretty cool seeing you do all this though, like.
Yeah. That's the pleasure of being a CFI, right?
Yep.
Is watching your student grow and get it all figured out.
Absolutely.
Watching things click.
Yep. So rewarding, man.
We'll plan for one more after this.
Cool.
The next one will be a full stop.
Sounds good.
Alpha 5, looking at taxi. Early crosswind, 755.
My boy.
Looking for traffic.
But you're putting it into ground effect at that aiming point and being power off as you do it and then just hold it off, hold it off.
Whoop. Whoop.
Yeah, there you go. That's better on the aiming point there.
65 Alpha, contact departure on 055, heading, have a great flight. Okay, contact departure, thanks, 806 Alpha.
There you go. Now just hold it off. Don't let it touch, don't let it touch, don't let it touch. Pull it, pull it, pull it. Interesting.
And who's that? November 387 Lima Alpha, 9 miles.
All it is, you're just not flaring. That's all it is.
Lima Alpha.
That tells me that, again, once you bring it into ground effect, over your point and going power off and flaring,
Right.
look at the end of the runway
Okay.
again, because that's going to get you back into that flare. Because it's, again, you're just landing very flat, so it tells me that we're not flaring enough.
I'm getting it in there.
You are, yeah.
It's just I'm not pulling back enough, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. Exactly.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I got it.
Yep. You'll get it.
The Zec Tower 734 Mike Golf. This will be a full stop.
Oh my god, thanks for that up.
Power off and flaring. Just remember, get that flare in there. Get your eyes to the end of the runway.
Pop out.
Looking fine. Yeah. That's nice. You kind of just drop it in. So your nose is on your aiming point. You're perfect. Speed's a little bit high. You can afford to drop that. Yeah, you're flying the approach nicely. It's just that last little bit again. To it now. So now start flaring. Bring that nose up. Power off. Kind of. There you go. That's better. Flare, flare, flare. Keep it flaring. Keep it flaring. Yep, nailed it. Boosh.
Of course, for the one that Jonathan nailed, the wing camera died, so we don't have the pretty picture of him hitting the 1,000-foot markers. But he did it, and I'm proud of him.
Keep it flaring. Yep, nailed it. Boosh. Yes.
Okay, cool.
There you go. That's how you finish.
We'll have to tighten that up a little bit.
A little bit. Touchdown could have been smoother, but point is, you made the point. Dropping it in, putting it into ground effect, flaring, Keeping that flare, just holding it off, holding it off, holding it off. Good job. Now, when we do the numbers, you're going to be aiming like towards the threshold.
Okay.
And it's going to look even weirder.
It's a great way to end the lesson, but the video isn't over because we have soft field takeoffs and landings to do. Just like for the short field, I gave Jonathan an example of what I'm looking for on these soft field takeoffs and landings, and that's included in the Patreon exclusive video for my patrons at the Welcome to the Sky tier. Don't forget to check out my Patreon if you'd like to support, and feel free to sign up.
But there we go, we're coming off the runway, still simulating. Now, on the short field, we take the flaps out so we can have better braking.
Right.
On this one, you want to keep it back because you want to keep that nose up, so you keep the flaps extended.
Okay.
And then you're at a stop. Now you can come and clean the plane up.
Skyhawk 734, Mike Off, Executive Tower. You're following Skyhawk traffic on the go to remain in the pattern. Make left close traffic, runway 7 at Alpha 7, clear for takeoff.
Left close traffic, clear for takeoff. Skyhawk 734, Mike Off.
Cool. Alright.
Alright, so we're going to roll. Got the flaps set, got the trim in.
Clear, rolling past the line. Full back pressure. Keep that nose as light as possible.
Alright, I have firm 7 on the paint.
Roger.
You're center line ready?
Ready.
Here we go.
Nice.
Alright, power is set.
I like it. Kind of relieving that pressure a little bit.
A little bit.
Relieve it just a little bit more. Into ground effect. Push it over, push it over. There you go. Speed's increasing. And there you go. Welcome to the sky.
Alright, welcome to the sky on the first softie. We're clear, flaps out.
Well done. So you heard a very, very faint stall warning. We don't want to hear that. So
Okay.
you could afford on that to relieve the pressure a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just a touch. Not much, but it was a nice one. You could also lower the nose a bit sooner to be a little bit close to the ground to increase that speed, just to avoid you getting into any stall situation,
Right,
you know.
right.
The ground effect, it's a reduction in induced drag. So
drag, right.
you get a false sense of having more performance out of this thing. So you need to really increase that speed before you bring it out of ground effect, because once you bring it out of ground effect, that drag comes back immediately. So you want to get that nose down and over and level the wing, level the aircraft as quickly as you can to increase that speed. So nicely done. All right, now the soft landing.
Now the landing.
Softy, softy, softy.
As we're coming around for Jonathan's first softie, let's go back to the PPL ACS for the soft field landings. In all honesty, it's quite similar to the short field, but without the requirement of landing on a specific point. What it says is, ensure the aeroplane is aligned with the correct assigned runway, scan the landing runway and adjoining area for traffic and obstructions, select and aim for a suitable touchdown point considering the wind, landing surface and obstructions, and you'll see with that there's no specific point stated, so what I usually do is I aim for the first third of the runway. Establish the recommended approach and landing configuration and airspeed and adjust pitch, attitude and power as required to maintain a stabilised approach. Maintain manufacturer's published approach speed, or in its absence not more than 1.3 times VSO, plus 10 knots, minus 5 knots with gust factor applied. Very similar to the short field. So for today we're going to use the same approach speed that we used before. Maintain directional control and appropriate crosswind correction throughout the approach and landing. Make smooth, timely and correct control inputs during the round out and touchdown. And for tricycle gear aeroplanes, keep the nose wheel off the surface until loss of elevator effectiveness. Sounds easy, doesn't it? Maybe not. Let's see how Jonathan does on his first soft field landing.
Nice, man. Nice approach.
Alright, center line. Ground effect. Power's coming out.
Exec Tower, Sky 13.
Oh,
Sky 13, Exec Tower.
7 to the west, Lima downtown arrival, please.
Sky 13, downtown arrival approved.
Downtown
Holding
arrival,
it off.
Sky 13.
That's got to
Sky
come back.
734,
There you
Victor,
go,
Quebec,
there you go.
expect 2 departures prior, runway 7, clear to land.
What'd you think of it?
a little flat.
Little bit flat.
Number 492,
A little bit flat. Came in with still had the energy, so you can
Sirius
kind of
492, Dots Pop,
just be
Executive
more
Tower, good
patient
morning.
with
Just
it,
waiting on your
let the
release.
energy bleed off, and then as you're doing that flare, you'll land with a more nose high and keep that nose off the ground. Did the ground kind of come up quickly on you?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Where were you looking for the flare?
Yeah, I wasn't looking down the runway.
There you go. You go.
Clear. Alright, we got 7.
And Diamond 7, Papa Kilo.
Center line, ready?
Ready.
Let's try this again. Here we go.
Do it.
Eventually we'll be probably 210 once we get clear some of those Bravo shelves for 7 Papa Kilo. Diamond 7, Papa Kilo, roger. Free exchange approved. Free exchange approved. Have a good day, 7 Papa Kilo.
Excellent, man. Excellent. Excellent. Beautiful. Amazing. Look at that. That's the view you want in ground effect. That's perfect.
Alright, we're
amazing. Text to the book. Well done, man.
good. And we're off.
That was beautiful. Welcome back
Thank
to
you.
the sky.
Welcome back.
Perfect. You rolled down. The nose was very high on that initially rolling, so you don't want to stall it.
Right.
You just bring it down a little bit, but it keeps the nose off the ground and brought it up when it wants to come up. You were patient with it. You were patient. It comes up when it wants to come up, but it did, and then you push it over, ground effect, accelerate, easy money, perfect.
November 401, Mike Romeo, Squawk VFR. Clear Jack 177, your number 2, following Skyhawk traffic, short final, runway 7, clear, touch and go.
Clear touch and go, traffic, yard, clear track 177.
Number 401, Mike Romeo, you can make left traffic, and I'm looking down here at the strip. What are your intentions?
I'm just going to do pattern work at full stop taxi specs, 1 Mike Romeo.
Roger.
That nose up, perfect, perfect. Yes, 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 yes. Beautiful, mate.
Alright,
Mic controls?
your controls.
Mic controls. You relax for a second.
Alpha 6.
Alpha 6, look at that. The shortest one of the day.
A shorty and a softie.
A shorty and a softie in one. God, that's what my fiance's used to.
Oh boy.
What? Nicely done, man. That's it, right there.
Yeah,
that was better flair.
November 4, Mike Golf, runway 7 and Alpha 7, taxi via Alpha, across runway 13, remain this frequency.
Alright, remember you, Alpha cross 13, runway 7, Alpha 7, 74, my God.
Go on, Luke.
Hey, man.
Better wins today.
Winds are perfect today, man. Where were you looking for the flare?
I was looking down, and that definitely helped.
There you go.
So, we got it.
Yes! Alright, so what we can do now is we can do a quick short field takeoff. And sorry for my golf. For the rest of the time, if we can do touch and goes, that'd be great.
You got it.
Alright, we're on the brakes.
Roger.
Power coming set.
Let's do it.
RPM is set. Here we go.
Here we go. Slingshot.
Alright, we're up.
Welcome to the sky.
Holding 59.
Clear Jet 177, extend it out and I'll call the base.
We're above the obstacle.
Roger.
Lower that nose. Flaps coming up.
Good work.
Looking for VY 73.
There you go.
And we're off.
There you go. Short field takeoff accomplished.
Alright, so we're going to set up for another softie.
Yes. Unless you wanted to try a short on...
Let's try a short.
Try a short. Yeah, we just did a short takeoff. We'll do a short landing.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool, sounds good. Where do you want to land?
I'm going to land right on the 1,000.
1,000 foot markers. Roger.
Attempt to.
Looking good. That nose is directly on that aiming point. How's that airspeed?
Too high.
Go, drop the power, raise the nose, love it. Plenty of airspeed, plenty of energy. Hold it off, hold it off, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Yes, 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 yes. Slap bang. On the 1,000 foot markers. Flaps up, simulate full braking, go. Nailed it, man. Nailed it. Held it. Just held it. Let that energy bleed off and held it to the point. That's
Seven,
perfect.
On a,
Yes, yes, yes. Good job, brother.
Alright, so we're finishing up with the last landing here, and Jonathan's back to doing a soft field landing. We're landing behind a jet, so for wake turbulence he's keeping us above the jet's approach path and he's aiming to land beyond its touchdown point. Now this sort of scenario is going to show you how easy it is to become distracted by everything that's going on around you, and it's a good lesson for Jonathan.
Tower, hello, Falcon 365 Alpha Golf with you now, RNAV 7.
Farmer 365 Alpha Golf, exec tower, runway 7, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 7, 5 Alpha Golf.
With the increasing traffic inbound to Orlando Executive, Tower would only clear us for a full stop landing, and with the added pressure of avoiding wake turbulence, Jonathan's focus shifted away from landing as softly as possible and holding the nose off the ground. Now I don't know what kind of private jets you're going to find landing at your local grass strip, but even so, the lesson here is to always remember to fly the aircraft. There's always going to be traffic to deal with and a lot of chatter on the radios at busy airports. And when distractions happen, it's important to give yourself a reminder to always fly the plane first. Aviate, navigate, communicate. Regardless, Jonathan had a fantastic couple of sessions. And next, we're moving on to cross-country flights, which are going to be a blast. So make sure you subscribe to LewDix Aviation so you don't miss more of the making of a pilot.
That just, it felt weird to me, the ending of all this.
I'd like to.
Honestly, like, I'm not being a here or anything. Like, it showed that your brain wasn't here for that last landing. You kind of checked out of this. Like,
I was here to get us down safely.
Yeah.
But to focus, like you said,
Exactly. Focus on the softies, focus on the shorties. It's not that.
which I know eventually I can overcome.
Yeah.
But still, it's just kind of being focused on safety first.
Well, fact of the matter is, man. Fact of the matter is, softies. First softy takeoff was okay. It was nearly there. The next softy takeoff was perfect. He did a great softy landing. We then did a shorty, perfect takeoff, perfect shorty landing on the point. So that's what we're taking away from today. That's what we're taking away.
I'll take it.